Welcome back to another series of Learning Together. In this series, we are learning about different chapters of class 5, and today it is all about My Shadow, a poem by Robert Louis Stevenson from class 5th English. Children, you must have seen your shadow while playing or even when you are in your house. Now, what is special about it, and what other thing we can do with our shadow, that we will see in this poem. What other things we will learn there? We will learn to read this poem with correct pronunciation. We will learn to find and identify similar word and rhyming words. We will know how shadow is formed, and we will learn how to use dictionary properly. This last part, let me tell you, in your mobile also you can download digital dictionary, and whenever you find any word difficult, just search that word and learn that word. Or offline dictionary, it is very simple. In an alphabetical order you will have all the words. Let's move to the part of lesson. Before that, let us see how shadow is formed. Now you can see this picture. A girl is standing and her shadow is formed. But what is the reason and when shadow is formed, that you can understand by these points. So shadows are made by blocking light. There are two important things which are required for formation of shadow. One is light and other is obstacle or an object which will block the path. Light rays travel from the source in straight line. This is scientific truth. If you have laser gun, which is a toy, then you can see that laser travels in a straight line. When an opaque, that is solid object, gets in the way, it stops light, and the reason it results in an area of darkness appearing behind, and this is the way shadow is formed. You need light and you need an object to block its path. Now, what poet says, what poet shares with us? Do you know, whenever there is a light, someone follows you, and who follows you? That is your shadow. Let us see what poet says. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. The poet is very intelligent, like you. The poet is trying to find out many uses, different uses of shadow. Now I will show one use for you. See, in this picture, one boy is making different shapes using his hand, and they are nothing but the shadow. So you can also try. Other game we will see in the next para. He is very like me from the hills up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. The shadow is very naughty. As you can see, the girl is trying to jump in her bed, and before her, her shadow is there. And what is the reason shadow is before her? The reason is the light is just behind the girl, so shadow appears in front of the girl. Next part, the funniest thing, yeah, just as I told, you will learn another game, you will come to know about another game. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow, not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an Indian rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there is none of him at all. So, what is the funny thing here? The funny thing is the way of its growing. It does not grow like us, we grow very slowly. But this shadow sometimes it shoots up taller like an Indian rubber ball. What is Indian rubber ball? It is a ball that can bounce very high. And sometimes it gets so little that there is none of him at all. Now, how you will play this game? Just stand in front of mobile torch, turn off the lights, and move forward and backward, and you will see that your shadow is growing and getting small. Next, one morning very early before the sun I was up. Now make note of it. Poet woke up before the sun, and when there is no sun, there will not be any sunlight. So light is not there. I rose. What is rose? Rose is past tense of rise. Past tense of rise. I rose and found the shining dew. What is dew? Dew is water drop. If you go in this season also, you will find water drops on leaves. I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. What is buttercup, children? Buttercup is a yellow flower. But my lazy like little shadow, like an errant sleepy head. What is errant? Errant is bad. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepy head, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. And what is the reason behind this? Why there was no shadow? In the previous para, it was told that our shadow follows us. But as I told you, for formation of shadow, we need light. And as poet woke up before sun, that means very early, so there was no shadow along with him. So this is very interesting part of the poem, and some more games you learned in this poem. Now what you can do is make note of these words. What are these words? Yes, they are rhyming words. They are rhyming words from the poem. So enjoy the poem, listen to the audio of the poem, read it at least 3 times, and then we will move to the next part of the activity. Thank you very much.